What is going on, everybody? Yeah, I love Baker Street. It is yeah. All right, we're gonna get started here, guys. Give me 1 second. And we're gonna turn, just give me everything. Let me get everything situated here. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right. It's a light showing today, man. We're only at like 65 people on Zoom. Normally we get maxed out pretty quick. All right, bear with me. Let me get on YouTube for everybody that wants to jump on YouTube there. There we go. All right, we got a lot to go over. We actually, I don't know if you guys, where you guys have been looking on the charts, but this morning we honestly have a lot of stuff that I'm looking at. So we're gonna dive into it and go from there. Alrighty, let's get this thing started and move it on over. Bam, there we go. All right, let's get this thing. If you guys have some charts that you want to look at, I know Senga already threw AU, man. Nice catch. Always nice to wake up from your siesta. And oh, my bad. This isn't Sango's chart. Uh Lofi, that's what it's called. All right, man. I'll have to look it up. It still cracks me up, this chart. It still cracks me up. So yeah, AU, man. It was a good you got break even, right? Yeah, all right. We'll dive into AU. We'll see what we're gonna do, man. So great. Thanks for everybody for jumping on. Hopefully you guys I know I moved pretty quick with it. So hopefully you guys can learn from it. If not, you can rewatch this and pick up some little nuggets here and there. By no means do I think this is a basic call. So if it's your first time into like Wyckoff theory and smart money concept, I would definitely maybe dive into some beginner stuff to learn what all that is. But having said that, let's jump into it. I know I say it every week. We're gonna want to try to keep this to like an hour and a half, 2 hours, so my wife doesn't get a little upset with me. So, but knowing full well we're gonna go into the 3 hour mark, I'm sure. Um, AJ could be possible buy during London, New York. Yep, yeah, I got AJ on there. Actually, we'll cover it. I like NJ better, man, but we'll look at AJ. All right, and let's dive into it. So first things first, the EG setup, right? EG from man, it feels like we waited over a week for this darn thing. Really nice entry that we took off of it, and realistically, what was the reason that we took this entry? Well, just to cover, go back and look at it. This was the low that printed. We made a new leg low here, meaning this was the high. So this is our extreme, right? This is our MC. And if you haven't heard me say it, right, we make sure to put your limits on the extreme, especially the higher time frame leg. So where specifically I was looking was 80% of the 1 hour, which was also a couple other really good areas of confluence, but more importantly, it was also the 4 minute open. So the so the 80% of this 1 hour candles where I was looking to play. If you go on over to the 4 minute, and I think we did this last Tuesday, so you can just watch last Tuesday's stream. This is this 4 minute candle right here is where we were looking to play off of, and then stop loss just above the high. So it was like a 6.6, something like that, stop loss. Yeah, 6.8. So 6.8 pip stop. Um, I took it off of it pretty nicely. I know a bunch of other people grabbed it. And of course, the going into it, what do we see? Well, we saw a really nice and just a very long, prolonged distribution schematic coming in. All right, we saw our 1, 2, 3 drives. Price does trade into 50% of the trading range, and pop goes the weasel. We get our Ucat and activates our order. So that's where I got triggered in, and you can see on the screen I've taken 2 partials already. That's all the partials I'm going to take until we get down to 8,500. And then from there, just to kind of recap on what I want to see next, this is what I like to see. I like to see how we're just very methodically, very controlled, doing this nice complex pullback. And this for me is going to be my first point of interest right here. If you haven't gone into it, I'll just do it real quick. There was a distribution schematic that happened in there on the lower time frame. All right. And where I'd be looking actually is in this 4-minute candle right here. So right in this 4-minute candle. All right. Um, if you guys, I don't know if anybody caught this move, but this was the break. That little wick right there was the break. You could have taken it off of this 4-minute candle. That was off the 80%. Right off the 80%. That would have been, I don't even know. Shoot, this would have been a 2-pip stop. So out of this schematic, it gave you the confirmation. I don't even know what I was doing at 6:48 in the morning yesterday. So I could tell you I wasn't trading, but it did give that entry. This is where I'd be looking. I'm not doing a limit order off of it. I do want to see us build another schematic there. So just to kind of go through and show you guys where my area was. Yeah. So if we get a distro in here, I'll take it. If not, my eyes are up here. My eyes are right here at this. I've got this limit order pending. Where I'd be looking is, and shout out to some of the guys in the group that saw the 101-minute candle. It is the full body candle of the Ucat. Right, at 80% of this candle lines up with the 50% of the 49-minute right here. 50% of that candle lines up with the 80% of the 101. And then if we go down into this area here, you go to the 5-minute, you'll see that it is 80% of the 5-minute candle. If you go to the 2-minute, it is 80% of this 2-minute candle. And if you go to the 1-minute, which is where I ideally want to play, it is 80% of the 1-minute candle. Wrong way. It is 80% of the 1-minute candle. All right. So that's where my limit is set. Yeah. Why do you trade on those time frames? The question isn't why do I trade on the time frames, is why won't you trade on those time frames? Just if you look at it from this perspective, if everybody trades on the 5, 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, then then you're trading at a disadvantage, because the idea is you want to trade, you want to try to outsmart the algorithm, you want to try to outsmart the computer that the institutions use, and this is how we do it, right? This is how I get those ridiculous entries. I think last week, I don't know if you guys saw on my Instagram, I posted that 0.4 pip stop loss on EU that I took. By far the smallest stop loss I've taken. So but yeah, this is where I'm going to be playing off of this candle. We did mitigate into here, so I'm good. You could see off the, I believe it was the, yeah. I'm good. I'm good taking a limit off of this 1 minute, 80%. Now the question is, do I want to take a limit off the 80% with a stop loss above this wick, which is 1.7, or do I want to go up to the highest point of it, which is 6.5? So what I ended up doing is I split the risk. I did put one with a 1.5 pip stop. I did the other split risk up to the 6.6. If it tags me out on the first entry, I'm still willing to take it off the second. All right. Yeah. So that's where I'm playing. And there's just a lot of confluence here. All right. I think, or what else? Oh no, that was Ucat. Ucat was the 606. Yeah. Actually, that 606 looks pretty good right there as well. Let's see. Yeah, I like this. This has got a little more feel to it. So this is where I'm playing off of it. All right. I do believe I dropped this in the public Discord already. So you guys just take a look at it, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be patient on this. Overall, right? Where's my target? Like, where do I want to take this to? And obviously this is going to be the new low that we're going to print in. So just looking at it from a leg perspective, we came in here, made this low, we made this low, meaning this was the high. So this is what's maintaining bearishness right now. If we make this right here, come back and make a new low, this will be what's maintaining structure. All right. So I want to come down here. That's why my next area to take partials is going to be 8,500. And then my final area that I'm going to be taking partials is going to be somewhere down here at like 84,600. So, realistically, from the entry that everyone should be in to 8,500, you should be, that comes out to about a 1 to 35, pretty modest. And off the next entry, that is going to be a 1 to 31 if you take it off of the 6.5 pip. It's over a 1 to 100 if you take it off just the 1.5 pip stop loss. So yeah, I am going to be hedging a buy in here. Yeah, when we get down here, I'll be looking to hedge a buy. So you can kind of see what I've already kind of looked at. This candle, this in here, this reaccumulation that occurred. I will be looking potentially for a schematic in here, and if not, my eyes immediately are down in here, right down in here. So, I don't want to go too deep into it just because I know a lot of you guys don't truly, know how to hedge properly. So I'm not going to go too crazy, but we did have a schematic in here. All right. We did have a schematic that played off in here. I mean, it was a ridiculous schematic. So if you took it off the 80%, you don't even want to know what this risk to reward would have been. But it was like a 0.5 pip stop. Yeah, 0.5 pip stop. 0.5 pip stop, and this went. What was it, like a 1 to 455? I think to the high. So yeah, it was a 1 to 455. So, but yeah, just if there is a good schematic in here, I would be interested in taking this entry up here, 50% of the 10-minute. So, I'm gonna wait. We're a ways from there, and definitely EG's got my I've got my eye on EG. I want to see how far we can take this. Do not forget long term what we're looking at, right? What is the goal on EG? I've been talking about it since last August, and it's simply this distribution schematic, right? Where I want to take us into is, obviously, I want to take us outside of this trading range right here. All right, so I've got my eyes set at like 8,300, which is about 340 pips from current market price. All right, so we're going to keep that on. All right, let's see. Yeah, we did trade into the weekly. That's where, for those of you guys that were part of the back test in my personal mentorship group, yeah, that's why, because it came into that weekly. Remember, weekly and daily candles, they are going to show a reaction. And this weekly candle, when you ask yourself, what the heck did it do? Well, shoot, it's the reason that EG is bullish on the higher time frame, right? It created that pop above that. All right. So yeah, that's how I'm going to play it. Will this vid be posted? Yeah. It's I'm streaming live on YouTube. So we can't see on here. You can't see what? What can't you see? Okay. Yeah. No, it will be. It will be. Um, every one of them is always whatchamacallit. It's always loaded on there. So, yep. Yeah. So, all right. That's what I got on EG. Like I said, definitely keep your eye on it. Like I said, if you need to find that entry and stuff, definitely it's right there at the 80% of the 101, 50% of the 49. So, no, it won't catch up to Wyckoff. I mean, if you read any of Richard Wyckoff stuff, he was doing this in the 1920s. So it's been doing it for over 100 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it has nothing to do with price going a couple pips past our stop loss, right? It has everything to do with orders being filled. So You know, they don't care about my measly 12, 15 lots that I'm trading. You know, they just need to get their orders filled. So that's EG. All right. Real quick, a recap on EJ. We have finally decided to get out of this madness that we were in here. This was one of the worst, whatever the hell it was, 19 days and counting. We were in this. And somehow, for some reason, EJ's been doing this all year long. But we finally have confirmed a reaccumulation. All right. Whether you want to just draw your creek there, you know, it doesn't really matter, but we finally have confirmed a reaccumulation. Now I'm only holding the two positions from down here. So we're up about 260. Well, we were up about 260 pips. I'm not taking any more partials. I've said it before. I'm waiting until we get to higher pricing. And I mean, not much. I'm not interested in taking anything out of EJ here. All right. There's some better yen crosses that I'm going to be looking at. And, you know, right now, the price action in here is just, for me, it's non-existent to what I want to do with my trading plan. So I'm just going to let EJ do its thing. If we start to build some maybe like bullish order flow or get some structure really defined, then I'll jump in and start looking for an entry. But right now, EJ, it's just managing these two positions from down here. All right. Yeah. I mean, it does look good, but you know, I think GJ is a better play. I think NJ is a better play. So I'm kind of just gonna play it off of that. Yeah. And of course, Chef JPY from the extreme, that 30-minute open. Same thing. I mean, this thing's just been sideways. So when I got into the entry here, I've been sitting in this thing for 7 days now. It's about 80 pips in profit. I did take a small loss off of this entry here, but I'm still holding the higher entry. And for Chef JPY, I'm not going to be looking for anything else until we come below here. You can see new low set. I got the alert. When this passes here, then I'll start looking more at Chef JPY. So that's pretty much what I'm doing with these three. I'm just going to manage them and play it off of there. Going into what I am looking at for the relative near future, EU is on the top of my list. So EU, if we look at this, everyone should have EU as far as higher time frame. No question that we are bullish, right? And this is what's maintaining bullishness from the leg, right? We created this. This was the previous high. We came here. We made that leg. We did trade into the extreme, just not into the extreme that I wanted us to come into. But clearly, we've got some bullish order flow that is in the making. All right, so we are bullish, higher time frame. If we go down to like the intraday, right? If we get down to the intraday, and you can see that essentially what we've done is we have created, as price came down, made this leg, made this leg, made this leg, and here and so forth, right? We have broken that leg. So for all intents and purposes, higher time frame bullish, intraday bullish, and coming into what price is currently doing now, right? You can see that this is what's maintaining lower time frame bullishness right here. So if we're bullish times 3, right, I got to look for entries on buys from here. All right. You know, until the lower time frame gets invalidated, I still have to keep looking from the lower time frame point of interest that is maintaining bullishness. And for me, it's this 1 hour candle. All right. We did a pretty good job last week of getting some nice moves out of sells out of the distribution. Order flow change after the break of structure. Order flow change after the break of structure. Well, the order flow never changed. I mean, the order flow has been bullish since all the way down here, Matt. Right? This is all just bullish order flow. You know, this is all just bullish order flow. So I don't know if I still have it marked up in here, but let me just see. It gave some really nice entries off the distro that was in here. Oh yeah. Here it is. So, you had this distro that happened in here. Then we were able to actually catch these plays in here. This was a nice little distro that gave you um, only 26 pips, but it was a 1 to 19 where I took some partials. And then this is where I caught that little 15-second distribution up in here. This was a nice little play right in here. This was a 1 to 64 is what I caught on it. So I just threw a couple dollars at it, made a pretty nice profit. Um, but going forward, like now, what I'm looking at is off this reaccumulation, how we're going to play it. All right. And if you're going to use some comparative strength on it, this is actually a really, really nice play because if we compare it with DXY, let me pull up here. Do you mean 3 drives when you say 3x? No, bullish times 3. So we are higher time frame, intraday, lower time frame. Yeah, that's what I mean by that. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't mean to confuse you. All right, cool. So if we go here to the 1 hour, right, and we invert DXY, all right, we're just going to put this up and we're going to compare it. Okay, so you can see the divergence, right? We can see the divergence in this reaccumulation. What do I mean by the divergence? Well, Euro USD made a lower low, DXY, same area, made a higher high, right? Made a higher high. So I want to trade Euro USD. I always like to trade the laggard. All right. The laggard is the one that I like to trade, especially in Wyckoff. So that being said, we've got some really nice moves ahead with Euro USD. All right. Where I'm looking is 80% of the H1, which lines up with 50% of the 30 minutes, also the 20 and 10-minute open. So it's a 5 pip stop. That's what I'm looking at it. So yeah. Let's see. Can you please explain quick schematics because I'm new and I'm always confused with it. What do you mean quick schematics? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Andy's got it. How do you invert DXY? So you come right here. See this sun looking thing right here. This thing right here. If you click on it, right? If you click on it, just right here, invert scale. So there you go. So DXY is a confirmed redistro, but you need to invert because DXY and EU are inversely correlated. So, I definitely use it when I'm trading it. It gives me that edge to really get into the market. So this is what I'm looking at for hopefully tonight. Maybe London session we can get a pop in here, activate. New York session takes it up. So I'm going to keep my targets on this, and of course overall, how am I going to manage this? Well, realistically, I'm going to take some partials when we get into this distribution right here. I'll take some partials there. And then, of course, overall, I'm looking for a new H4 high, right? Because we're bullish on this sucker. So I want to take it up here to like 123,500, potentially even 124. So, from there, that's a 400 pip move. 400 exactly is where I'm looking to target. And, if this takes a week and a half, that's great. It's a 1 to 78, right? It's a 1 to 78. So, um, yeah. Mahiver, do me a favor, bro. Just hit me up on the Discord and I'll send you the stuff. Okay. I'll send you the screenshots on it. 39-minute candle is nice too. 39-minute. Let me see, bro. What you got? Yeah. Okay. So hold on. So the only difference with the and I like that 39-minute. Does the 50% line up with that? It looks like. Hold on. Let's just see. It's a little lower. Yeah. I just like the fact that I haven't looked at the 39-minute. I mean, maybe I haven't, just didn't have a lot of confluence, but I like the fact that we have a lot of confluence in here. So what would you say your accuracy is? Just how much should I risk on these? Your risk is I'll tell you right now, I risk 0.25% of my account on every trade. Accuracy level, I can tell you that I'm maybe 50% on it. Oh, there you go, bro. There we go. If that's 80%, I'm gonna put Sengo's house on it. There you go, bro. Yes, yes, yes. That is the candle right there. 58-minute, bro. You got it. You got it. 58-minute. I'm gonna screenshot that sucker, bro. Bear with me. That is on point. On point. All right, so I'm gonna do a little homework tonight. See if I can't find some more confluence. You got it, bro. That is it. So 80% of the 58-minute. That is it. I like that, man. So that right. I mean, just real quick, this is exactly where market got into the sell. This is that volume of candle. That's what orchestrated the sweep of the lows, where DXY went high, this went low, and that's the start of it. That was that position. That's what we want to measure and take off of. All right. Why that candle is what you like. Matt, bro, you're cheating now, man. You gotta start watching those videos. You got access to. Why? Because this is the start. This is where all the orders are. Right. It's the most voluminous candle. So this is where the orders are. All right. The sell orders aren't sitting in this candle right here. Right. The sell orders aren't sitting in this candle right here. The bulk of the orders are sitting here to here, and this is where they turned around and hit the buy. So they need to come back into this candle to close out of the hedge. That's how you outsmart the algorithm, right? That's how we get these precision entries. Yeah. Do you measure the body? Yeah, no wick, just the body. Just the body. That's all I care about is the body. So that'll put this, bro, at 6.5 pips, which I'll be honest, bro, that's borderline big. That's 6.5 pips is a little large. So yeah. I do like that. I do like that. That 58-minute, man. That's on point. Okay. All right. So EU, I'll tell you right now. Yeah, I'm setting a limit on EU. I like EU from there. I may end up just moving my entry up a pip on it. Am I going to take it with a 6.6 pip stop? I don't know yet. I mean, that's where it's got to come to. It's got to come to the 80%. So if I can find one more time frame here, you know what? Hold on. Let's just look. If I could find one more time frame where this adds up, then I'll play ball with it. But if not, I got to go with that lower one. All right, let's see. Ooh, whoa. Look at that 303, bro. Look at that 303. I don't know why I hit 303, but somehow that came in there. Yeah, but that makes it way too big. That makes it way too big. No. Let's see. What makes you choose between the 50 or 80? I've got to have more than one reason to go into it. So if I am correct in this is the candle that it's going to come into, I can tell you that 100% of the time it'll come to the open of the candle, right? If they're going to mitigate, they're going to come to the open. If there's reason for price to come into the 50% of the candle via either imbalance fill or multiple time frames, right, that have that same price point, then price will come to the 50. If the 50 seems to be mitigated or there's more confluence in the 80, the market will come to the 80. But yeah, 50s and 80s. The market loves 50s and 80s. Yeah, bro. I don't know if this is. I may still play that lower one though. I may still play that lower one. All right. Yeah. I may still play it. This lower 80 because we have reason to come in there. Like there's more candles I can play off. So I mean, you can see right here on the 15-minute we have imbalance. So does the market have a reason to come into 80% of this candle? And the answer is yeah, right? There's imbalance. And there's also a smaller, there's smaller candles that price needs to mitigate out of. So yeah, that's how I'm going to take EU. So okay. 50% of the 19 lines up with what? The 58? Yeah. Yeah, but I like that. I like the yeah. Well, I'm personally still going to play off this one here. Yeah. So can I show my fib setting? Yeah, just put 50 and 80, man. That's all it is. Yeah. 50 and 80. Just put a 50% and an 80%. That's all it is. It's not, yeah, it's nothing crazy. There it is. 80, 50. That's all it is. So, all right. Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. Is it a 15-minute order block? A 15-minute order block. I don't know. What is an order block? I have no idea. Like I've never, I mean, you're talking about like an institutional candle? Yeah, I don't know. I don't trade just like order blocks. I do. I guess I go a little deeper into it. Uh, yeah, there you go. Type 0.8. You got it, man. All right, cool. So that's EU. So now let's go to Ucat, and Ucat's a little bit of a disappointment. So, um, when we were, all right, so I was looking actually last week I was looking to take it out of here, right? We have come into that area. I just don't like the time that we've come into this area. So I'm not a huge fan of it. And if I hide let me hide the drawings here, right? And I know a lot of people may be thinking, well, why do I want price to take out all of this? We're breaking structure. And I will tell you this, that all of this is just order flow. Okay. True structure is this. All right. So we had this high that came in that forced this low, that forced this high. Okay. That ultimately has done what? Has pushed the market down. This is your leg. These are your legs. All of this is just noise, right? If you remember like the last couple of weeks where I said, okay, well, if we're going to take the sell out of here, oh, we hit stop loss. So maybe now we should look for buys out of here. And what do? We hit stop loss. So, all right, maybe we'll take a sell out of here and, oh, we hit stop loss. Like it's just a never ending thing. You just pay attention to the legs, right? This is the high that's maintaining right now, bearish structure on the intraday. So I wanted to play out of here. The reason I wanted to play out of there, obviously, we had I don't know if you guys can see it, but we had distribution in here. All right. I know it may be hard to see. I'll quickly show it to you guys. I know I dropped I know I dropped it in the Discord, but if you go to the 15-minute, right, there's your distribution right here, right? Everyone should be able to see that sucker. You got 3 drives and then a UTAD. If you go to the 1 minute, all right, if you go to the 1 minute, there's your distribution, all right? You got your 3 drives and then your UTAD, okay? And then more importantly, where I like to play was I came down into the 15-second. You could see the candle that I was looking at right here, right? But more importantly, what I wanted to play off was the 5-second. All right, I wanted to play off the 5-second schematic because that's the candle that took liquidity. This is the UTAD before the drop. So 50% of that candle lines up right here. You could see the imbalance fill. Unfortunately, it missed my order by 2 pipettes. So I deleted my order just because it was end of the session. And you can see here's where price came. There was my order sitting right here. So it did come into I know a couple of the guys, we looked at it this morning on our New York session that we did. It actually came into 80% of this 15-minute candle right here, which is also 50% of the 9-minute. And that's where it tagged into. As soon as I find it, hold on. There you go. So it did tag into it. All right. So lower time frame right now. I mean, we're getting ready to get into Asian session. So, I know I've showed you guys this before, but what I like to do during Asian session is I just put my little Asian session disappearing act template, the Asian hideout, and we just delete everything that happens in Asian session because for me, it's not worth anything. So I'm not interested in getting back into this. I'll look maybe if I get up early tomorrow for like London or something like that, I'll look for maybe a redistribution of some sort. But I'm not interested in playing this right now. All right. Um, I was watching this thing as it hit the 5-second box while at work and decided not to get it because of time. Yeah, I mean, I was willing to. I mean, this came in at 2:30. I was willing to take it from there. I was actually even willing to take it if this came up and popped one more time. I was willing to take it. But as soon as like 4:15 rolled around, as soon as this drop came in here, I deleted the order. So, exactly. What is it? Yeah, Asian delete tool. You got it, bro. It was 80% of the 9 minute. Was the impulse up on EU not a deterrent for you for still taking the sell? Was the impulse up on EU not a deterrent? The impulse up on where? Like from the sell that I took last week? Talking about down here? In here? Oh, Ucat, my bad. Okay, bro. Hold on. What impulse up? Which one are we talking about? Hold on. We talking about, you talking about this right here? For today's entry. Yeah. Are you talking about this entire move or are you talking about the 1 minute? Which one? The entire move? The entire move? No. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to come up here, right? I wanted to come up here. Let me ask you this. What happened when price did this? You want to know how much liquidity it just took? Right here. It took out this entire trend line, right? That's exactly what it took, you know? So what are most trend line? I'll tell you right now, if you look at some of like the retail stuff, what are most trend line traders doing? They're waiting for the retest of the trend line, and then they're going to be buying from here. So we may get a little pop, right? Like if this walks itself down into here, maybe get a retracement into here for another sell down and then take out and make a new low. But structure is key, right? What is maintaining structure? This right here. This is what's maintaining structure. This right here. So yeah, I'm okay with it coming up. I'm perfectly fine with it. First partials at 1.24724. No, not first partials, bro. I probably, hold on. I would partial out, man. Hold on. Let me see. Right here. So partial out, I would say like around here. So maybe like any, like 125.75. That's where I would take partials, right in here. Somewhere in here. All right. That's where I would partial out, bro. First partials, right? First partials. So first partials there. And then I would probably also, my second partials would be in here. So like 125.30. So 75, 30, and then obviously you want to make a new low. And then hold that fourth order. The fourth slot, hold it for a little bit longer hold. Why no Asian range? Because my journal tells me that I should stay away from Asian session. That's why. If the schematic forms in Asian, but the entry comes in London, is it still cool? So we don't know yet, right? I can tell you that I personally do not, right? I personally do not trust anything that happens during Asian. So if it's an Asian schematic, and this is something that we just need more data on, and I know like Patrick has been looking at this for a while. If it's happened during Asian session, that's why I have my little Asian delete tool, right? If it happened during Asian session, I just kind of do that. And it's like it never even happened because I don't care if that schematic was there. Because a lot of times, London, if you do have let's just say you have a distribution, right? You have a distribution here, okay? Bam, distribution during Asian. London session does that. And then we get the drop. London likes to take out the Asian highs and lows for some reason, So yeah, I'm not too interested in playing off of that. Can you explain why you won't take UCAD? Why I won't take UCAD? I wanted to take UCAD. It was just timing, like um, at this point, the reason I deleted my order is because if this would have come back and hit my order here, right? I had, what was it, like it was a 5 pip stop. So at changeover, when spreads go from, on UCAT, it's like a 0.7 pip stop loss or spread. During changeover, this thing I think comes up to 3 pips. So, I potentially, if I went into 2 pip drawdown, I'd get stopped out during changeover. So yeah, timing. It's all about timing. So timing's bad right now for it. So I'm not gonna play it. Um, you can't hear me. You guys can't hear me? Can we look at gold? I will. I'll give it a shot. If you got a gold markup, send it in because gold looks like okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah. Send a shot on gold because I looked at it earlier and like nothing really is interesting me in gold. So if you're seeing something else, maybe, bend my bend my bias to get into gold. So what's your NJ markup? Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. It's right next, bro. So on UCAD, ideally, what I would like my going into like maybe London session or even New York, what I would like to do is like hypothetically, we come down and do like something like this, and then maybe we get something like that, confirmed redistribution. Right? We get a confirm. If we get a redistro, then I'll take it off the redistro. I'll just get back in off the redistro. So, but for those guys that are in this now, I mean, it looks like it's sideways. Hopefully it continues down. You guys are probably what 10, 15 pips in profit. So, all right, let's get into NJ. So NJ, what I'm liking about NJ is we are so. Let's just go quickly. Higher time frame. All right. Higher time frame, we are bullish still. Right. We are bullish. Um, this is ideally what we're sitting in. This is the high that is being maintained, and our leg low is down here. All right. If we go to the intraday, right, we're bearish on the intraday up until, let's see, because of this right here. This was the leg on the intraday. Because of this, we are bearish on the intraday. All right, we're bearish on the intraday. However, order flow on the intraday is bullish, right? So the order flow is bullish. And obviously now lower time frame is also bullish. So where I want to take some risk on this bad boy is I'm going to be looking for an entry out of here, right? We had a schematic that obviously it's a type 1 schematic that printed here. This is the test of the spring. This, more importantly, this schematic caused a new high. All right. So what I want to see is I want to see price now trade down into this like 76.80 area for us to look at it. So, yep, AJ and NJ are very similar. They are. So the 151 candle, right? 151 is where I'm looking, right? That candle right there. So unfortunately, I'm not going to take a limit order off of it. I would have taken a limit order off of it, off of the schematic, but right now it's not the extreme of any higher time frame leg. So I'm going to wait to just see how price action comes into this, and then I'm going to make the determination on what I want to do. All right, but yeah, absolutely. There was also some divergence between AJ and NJ. Like if we compare AJ and NJ. So you can see the divergence. You can see the divergence. And more importantly, like what my confirmation was to wait on this. So NJ made a lower low, AJ made equal highs. And then you can see NJ actually broke the high first where AJ finally came ladder. So if you can see, AJ is trading into this now where NJ has a little ways to go. So we may actually see some divergence where AJ takes out these lows, right? Takes out these lows, and AJ trades into this. I'm sorry, NJ trades into this. So this is why I'm favoring NJ more, because NJ has a little longer to go to reach here to go higher, where AJ does not. And I can honestly think I would venture to say that AJ may sweep those lows. All right. So that's why I'm liking NJ better. I do like NJ better. All right. Let's see. Okay, cool. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I'm not putting a limit on it yet. Just because one, I can't find a lot of confluence in there. And two, it's not the extreme of any higher time frame leg. The difference between NJ and like EU was bullish, bullish, bullish times three, where this we're still bearish on the intraday. Okay. So why is that leg? Why is that the leg and not the reaccumulation below? On what, NJ? Why is this the leg and not the reaccumulation below? What reaccumulation? Here, hold on. Let me do this. All right. Yeah, what reaccumulation are we talking about? On the daily. You talking about you talking about this one down here? Yeah, I don't above this one here. This one here. Yeah, annotate it. Go ahead and circle the reaccumulation that you're thinking. You don't have the ability. Okay. So are you asking about this reaccumulation? Yes. Yeah. Wait. Okay. So if you're talking about this one, right? Because this reaccumulation caused this on the right. You're talking about the intraday structure, because that caused that intraday structure, which caused this, which caused that. Right. So this, if we just work backwards on the intraday, this is the high, this is the most recent low. So this is what's maintaining structure, not this, right? Not this. And then on the higher time frame, this is the leg on the higher time frame. That's why. Yeah, that's why. So okay. Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, this is the low right here, because on the intraday, right? On the intraday, that is out of this reaccumulation, we caused that high, which then caused this high, which means that this is the leg structure. So yeah, I mean, we definitely have bullish order flow on the intraday, but not enough for me to throw just a limit and go to bed on. Like I would need to see some. I want to see some evidence as we come into this, but we do have a really clean Type 4 schematic that came out of a Type 1 schematic. So I definitely, at the very minimum, I'll tell you this, I will put maybe half risk on this limit order. So yeah. So that's EJ. I'm sorry, NJ. And of course I talked about AJ, right? AJ, the fact that AJ is relatively close to the area that I would want to play off of, that's why I'm favoring NJ. All right. Now AU, let's see, what was I going to do? Here, hold on, Sango. You had AU, right? So you already took it off of that, though. What? Yeah. So Sango was playing off of the lower time frame leg, right? So this is the lower time frame structure point right here, and obviously this created this leg. So when price came into here, that's where he took his entry, and I would venture to say it was what, a 4 pip stop. So really tight entry, 80% of the 39, which lined up with the 3-minute open. So just an order flow move, right? So yeah, this is just maintaining lower time frame structure. So I'm going to be waiting on AU. If you go to the daily, you could see the daily distribution. So I'm waiting to see what happens when we get into this daily candle. All right.
I think I mentioned it last week. If you don't have this, I would definitely go to the 5 minute, mark up that 5 minute distribution before a price is no longer available in there because of the lower time frame. But I'd be looking at an entry out of here, right? Because now this is the extreme of the leg because we are bearish on AU, right? We are bearish on AU. If we go to get out of replay mode. So you can see when we popped below this right here, this was that higher time frame leg right here. So we have broken structure. So I'm going to be looking for some selling opportunity. Ideally, if we get into this 4-hour candle, that's what I'm going to be playing. So yeah, I'm not really looking at anything actively on AU yet. Let's see. That almost this looks almost exactly like what we want EU to do. Are you talking about on the lower time frame? Like here? Yeah, yeah, it's just EU is one cleaner, right? Because like AU is here right now. So I potentially see AU coming lower, maybe into this right here. I could potentially see AU coming lower, where EU has almost 100 pips more to go down. Yeah. So I'm gonna be just watching AU. Yeah, it's timing. Yep. I wanted to have a continuation. Yeah. It's in the daily SC in H4 extreme, right? What is in the daily SC in H4 extreme? What current price right now? Is that what you're talking about, Ruben? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it is, and I mean, you can kind of see maybe the resemblance of a distribution. The only problem is we really don't have a sign of weakness, right? So for me, it's just a middle of nowhere. I'm going to be waiting up here, or I want to see what it does down here. It's just in the middle of nowhere for me. All right. You're talking about the 5 minute distro with it's also yeah, right in here. Just go right in here. It's actually right there, right in that candle, that 4-hour candle. Just go to the 5 minute of that 4-hour candle. Mark it up. Yep. So that's really realistically what I got on AU. I'm not looking too much with it. Obviously if we get up into this blue box, I'm going to be paying attention, and we'll go from there. So CAD-J ended up, so CAD-J missed my order by 2 pipettes, went, what was it, like 68 pips? 68, 70 pips, yeah, in profit, and then took out this low. And for those of you guys on the call this morning, this is why I had said that I wanted a schematic down here, right? And just to give you guys that weren't on the call with me this morning, all we broke was order flow, right? We never broke structure, right? Because structure is being maintained here, right? This is structure. So, and for those of you that were going 1, 2, 3 spring, if you're going to play it off of the schematic, what do we need? We need a break of structure, and we never got that. So that's why this was never a limit order. This is why I wasn't interested in taking that sell. I'm sorry, taking that buy from there off a limit order. I needed some more evidence. And also if we were going to take it from here, I needed a schematic. And if we go to the 1 minute, I mean, there's nothing there. There's nothing. Price just went right through it. So that's your XAU. Okay, we'll look at it, bro. Like you said, order flow comes after. Yep, exactly. Listen, exactly. In the order of precedence, right? Number 1 is always structure, right? Structure is king, right? Number 2, right, is the moon phases, number 3 is like the Chinese calendar, you know. I would put like number 4 as, maybe even 4 could be, what's something else that's kind of like useless? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, down here, maybe like number 21 is order flow, right? Order flow is down here because order flow can get you hurt, man. You know, it's you got to know when to play the order flow move. So, any news regarding CAD pair moves? You know, was oil? Did oil come down? That's probably what it was. Hold on. I don't know if anyone checked oil. Commodities, what oil do? So, did oil drop today? Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah, bro. There you go. There's your CAD news right there. Oil drop. Yeah, oil took a dump today. So oil takes a drop, CAD weakens. So, and this is probably why USD CAD came up so nicely into our point of interest. More importantly, though, where did this come into? Not that I've traded oil in a minute, but yeah, I mean, you can see the distro right there. So, well, is it a private call? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just for people that I'm mentoring. Um, yeah, bounce back. 4 star. Wow. Yep. Yeah, if you have breakfast, face the North Pole. Sounds good, bro. You got it, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's why CAD JPY fell, man. Oil. It was oil. So all right, where are we at? So yeah, for me for CAD J, like I'm not we've broken the leg, right? We've violated structure now on this. So we have turned bearish on CAD J off of the intraday move. At this point, I'll tell you, if we do return to this distribution in here, I'd be looking for sells to take down. And then I'm just going to kind of let this, you know, kind of do its thing. Like if this does start to come and trade higher, you know, like I said, I'll look for a distro in here. If we end up making a new pop up here, then I'm going to have to go back and figure out what we're going to do with structure. All right. Yeah. Can I explain the moon phases? And the Chinese calendar? Yeah, I'm just being facetious. That's all. Yeah, it's just a joke. Yeah, yeah. So, however, though, I think there is an indicator. I think I'm almost positive I've seen it, an indicator for moon phases. Yeah, moon phases. There you go. There you go. The moon phases. There you go. Wow. Yeah. Let me get this off. Hold on, because yeah, there's no way I'm having moon phases in there. Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right. So that's CAJ. So GA, same thing on GA, right? So GA came into the extreme of the higher time frame leg. All right. And at this point, we are, you know, we are bullish order flow, but this is what's maintaining structure, right? Like when we're walking our legs down, this is what is maintaining the intraday structure point right here. We did have a really nice schematic in there, and unfortunately, it just never came back. I had a limit order off of the schematic. I actually had it off the 201-minute candle. Yeah, I had it off that 201-minute candle right here. 80% of it lined up with the 15-minute. Yeah, lined up with the 15-minute. So when we broke this high, right? When we took this high, I had the limit order set, and obviously we just took off. So from there, you know, no more limit, right? The limit order for me is dead. And what I need to see now, right? What I need to see now is kind of what happens up here. Like if we end up breaking this high, then my first point of interest ideally is going to be in here, right? Because this is going to be the slingshot that created that new high. So it's just a waiting game on GA. I need to see what it's going to do. If we do break this high, and then we come all the way back down to here, yeah, this is where I want to take a buy out of. You know, so I'm going to be waiting for smaller time frame price action to maybe give us a 1 minute, 5 minute schematic to take this higher. All right, so that's ideally my game plan with GA. Yeah, yeah. Don't go off of whatchamacallit. Please don't go off of moon phases. So, and actually, hold on, Victor. I saw your XAU, bro. We'll get to gold, bro. We will get to gold. Let's see. I thought that's the SC. Wait. What's the SC? On GA? Can you go over 4-hour, Mike, so I can annotate what I thought were the legs? The intraday leg. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we're bearish on the intraday. We've broken intraday. So, but this is right. All right, hold on. The SC. Yeah. Okay. So this is the SC of the intraday, right? This is the extreme of the higher time frame. Yep. Yeah. So I need us to break above here for me to confirm that we are now bullish higher time frame. And essentially this will be a break of order flow, right? This is going to be the break of order flow on the intraday, and we'll have lower time frame bullishness as well. So yeah, but this is what I want. This is what I want right here. I want that break. So can we sell in the SC with the distro? I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not trying to sell this. Yeah, I'm not interested in selling GA, at all. Yeah. Because we're bullish, I mean, we're bullish, and this is just a healthy retracement into that accumulation that happened down there. So every lower time frame high, SC moves to the previous low. Wait. The SC, no, the slingshot is just what causes the higher the low. So yeah, that's all it is. What he's talking about is this was the structure point right here. So price expands, gives that pullback, which is the slingshot, to then expand. So this is the slingshot. Yeah. I wouldn't. It's one thing if you're already in the buy and you're going to hedge the sell, but I mean, what is to keep GA from just doing that? Nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing. And if we do make a new high, right? If we do make a new high, then this becomes the extreme. So yeah. Do I buy off order flow? Not off the get-go. No. I need to be already order flow buys for me, or order flow sells for me, are just me stacking positions. Like if I'm working orders in. So if I'm already in off of maybe like here's an example, right? Like let's just say we catch an accumulation, right? So price comes into a point of interest, boom, break of structure. I'm going to take it off of here. Price comes in. That's my first entry to test, right? Essentially, you make a new high. Your next entry, LPS, is order flow. Your third entry, right? LPS. And you just keep working order flow in until this goes up to the moon, right? So these are your order flow. These are the most dangerous positions to get in, right? Because it's more riskier than taking this test entry. All right. So like on EJ, I'm holding two positions on EJ. I'm holding the test of the spring, and I'm holding my first LPS. Right. I didn't take anything else just because it wasn't worth the entry for me. I would rather just hold what I got. Okay. So cool. Been thinking about avoiding order flow entries. Yeah, I mean, unless it's a schematic, or unless it's the extreme of structure, right? The extreme of the leg, I don't take them. So yeah. All right. So that's GA, right? I got my alert set on GA. I'm just going to be waiting to see. Remember, I mean, 185. I'm targeting 185 with GA. So we'll see where this goes. And then kind of go from there. Actually, I am going to set an alert here, just so that I know when this high gets taken. Okay. So pound chef, right? Pound chef. I'm looking at pound chef. Same thing, right? We're in a really nice schematic. This is, for me, this is the slingshot that broke us out of the trading range. Okay. So price comes in here. I want a schematic. If not, I want a schematic down here. Okay. We're in a really nice clean area. This is what I want to do. Did I go over Ucat? Yeah, bro. I went over Ucat. You stepped away for a while then, Julio, bro. Yeah. Right now it's just if you're in Ucat, just be at break even, let it do its thing. If you're not, I would wait till London or New York session to get into an entry. I'm not playing Ucat during Asian. Okay. So yeah, Chef JPY, I like it. We're in a really clean schematic. When you ask yourself who's in control of this, you got nothing to say but buyers. Buyers are in control right now. We have both the changing of hands, right, from weak to strong. We have that change of character. I like everything we're seeing here. So you get a schematic in here. Inside of this, I'm taking it up. We get a schematic in here. I'm taking it up. And the only reason I need a schematic down there is because where I want to take my entry from, it'd be something like a 20 pip stop. 18.9 pip. So I don't play those. Those are ginormous stop losses. So I don't play those. And then of course, if you do get into the entry, I'd be looking for a hedge out of here, right? I'm looking at like the 80% of the 6, 4, and 3 hour. There is a distribution in here. I'd be looking for a hedge here to take lower, maybe get another entry here to go higher, So we'll play ping pong on the higher time frame that way. But for right now, I gotta make sure I get into this G Swissy buy. And of course, this is what's maintaining higher time frame leg, right? This was the high, next high. This is what's maintaining that leg. So if you notice, I'm looking for buys on G Chef, GA. I haven't got to GJ or GU yet, but the common theme is I'm bullish on pound. The reason I'm bullish on pound, just jump over to the futures, right? Jump over to the futures, and this is why, right? So I was looking to trade into this reaccumulation that was maintaining structure. We end up coming into like the 3-day candle and had multiple schematics. And then what do? Well, we broke this high, right? We broke that high. So, I mean, obviously, I'm looking for a small pullback. I want that. I want GA to come down. I want G Chef to come down. I want GJ to come down. And I want GU to come down because I want to buy them from down here, right? I want to buy them from down here. So, with that being said, going into GJ, I mean, GJ's solid for me. We came into this area here that was maintaining, right? This maintained higher time frame structure. That leg, we came into it, and I mean, damn, we got a pretty nice schematic, right? We got a really nice schematic in there. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at same thing like G Swissy. We get a schematic in here. This is the slingshot that created the break out of our trading range. This is the spring out of this fractal and then this larger schematic. So I'm looking at the 80% of the 2 and the 1 hour, which are the same candle, 50% of the 30, 25, and 15. Get some confluence in there. I'll be taking in it. I have a limit order set right there. And if we come here, I'd be looking to take an entry off of that. All right. So GJ for me, pretty solid. And of course, we're bullish on all time frames, So my targets for GJ are going to be a new high, right? I want to get up above 153,500. We get above 153,500. We're talking from my entry. So like the position that I want to take. All right. I mean, this is a relatively large stop. It's 11 pips, but to my first area I want to take it to, I mean, it's a 1 to 33. So, I mean, I'll take it off of that, but if we get a reason to come into this 4-hour candle, if we get a reason to come into this 4-hour candle, you can see my alert sitting right here during London or New York. I'm not going to hesitate to jump in off of a lower time frame schematic, whether it's a 5-second or a 15-minute, doesn't matter. I'm going to be watching price action as we come into this box, and I'll just take it up. All right. And again, we are, right? We're bullish times 3, right? We're bullish times 3. So higher time frame, intraday, and lower time frame. Those are the only time frames I care about. And then, we'll just manage it from there. I do have some weekly targets, right? You can see I want to come, we've already tapped into this weekly, but I want to come and see if we can come deeper into this weekly candle. All right. So if we can come deeper into this weekly candle, and essentially, if we can break through that weekly candle, right, we can see ultimately what? We can see that nothing is going to be stopping us until we get into this distribution way up here. So potentially we can get in at like even at 155, right? If we get up into 190, I mean, we're talking 4,000 pips, right? This could be potentially something that we can get up into for a long, long time. You seem to have an inclination for extreme entries over decision. What do you mean over decision? Over decisional? Yeah, man. Yeah. Yep. Yep. My journal tells me that. My journal tells me to be patient on the extremes. Example of your 3 time frames: the higher time frame, the intraday, and the lower time frame. Those are the examples. Yeah. Yeah, your GJ went off. Yeah, I just saw it. I just saw it right here. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens with GJ. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just the timing. Just the timing. It's crappy right now. All right. So yeah. So on GJ, that's what I'm waiting for. Come on down in here. Let's see what happens, and I'll be looking for buys out of here. If not, I want to come down into this lower end this spring. All right. Those are the 2 areas I'm going to be looking at. And GU follow suit, right? GU, the same thing. Okay. Higher time frame, right? Oh, my bad, guys. GU is a mess right now. So hold on. I've been putting a lot of work into it. So GU, obviously, this is what maintains structure right here on the higher time frame. We did come in to that extreme area. We did have a schematic. That schematic was tested in here. And then what do? We made a new high. So we are bullish higher time frame. All right. We are now bullish intraday, and we are bullish lower time frame. And this is what's maintaining bullishness on the lower time frame. Right. So for me, I'm going to be playing off of this area. Like I'll tell you right now, I have a limit order set on it off of this. It's a ways away, but it's 80% of the H1, 50% of the 30-minute, 25-15. It's the 8-minute open. So this is where I'm playing right here. That candle right there. That's where I'm playing. It's a reaccumulation. So we're bullish on it. Is cleaner to me, even if GU is my baby. Yeah, no, listen, GJ is by far more probable because we're within a schematic, right? GJ is more probable because we're in a schematic. So limit order because it's a reaccumulation. So it's a reaccumulation, but because we are bullish times 3, right? We're bullish times 3. So this for me, I got to be looking for buys and from the lower time frame until that gets invalidated. So yeah, this isn't the intraday extreme. No, this is the lower time frame extreme. Yeah, this is the lower time frame. This is the leg that was created today. So yeah. Have I put a limit order on it? Yeah. Before I go to bed, I'm going to put a limit order on it. So yeah. I'm going to put a limit order on GU, GJ, and I've got it on EU. Yeah, and on EU. Just because Ucat, the limit order got it deleted, and NJ, I'm not putting a limit order on yet. So those are going to be my 3 that I'm going to set: GJ, GU, and EU. So, and just keep in mind, right? Like correlating this. So correlating this bad boy, we have the 1 hour GU, and I guarantee you, if you compare this to the pound futures, you're probably going to see almost an identical correlation, right? Almost an identical correlation. So this is correlating very nicely. So pound futures, I want price to come into here. Sure enough, that's where I want this to come into, right? And then up we go, up we go. All right. So I'm definitely leveraging the comparative strength between pound futures and GU. On GJ, am I covering the wick? Yeah, I am. See anything on the seconds time frame on what? On the 1 minute is a wick. On what? On GJ? Yep. Yeah, I mean we can. man. Well, there's your 15-second imbalance. So you got to cover, I mean, you got to cover at least that. And then, I mean, for me, you got to cover the wick. Yeah, you got to cover the wick. So, yeah, I'd cover the wick. All right, man. Have a good night. Yep. EU, please, bro. We've done EU, bro. I know it's a 16 pip stop loss. You think I'm happy about a 16 pip stop loss? So, yeah. I'm not happy about a 16 pip stop loss one bit, man. So, for sure. If so, my plan that I'm doing on it is I've got the limit order set for half of my risk, and I will play in the morning or during pre New York. If we get a schematic in there, that saves me at least half my other risk that I can play off of a schematic. So you can see I got the accumulation box here. So if you guys will be up before me. So if price comes in during London and taps it, and I wake up and we're like over here, then I'm okay. And I'm like, whatever, I missed out on the better entry, but at least I can go to the ball game with you guys. You know what I mean? We can have some popcorn, maybe watch a little of the game while GJ's up here. But if not, during New York session I come in and this pops into my order, doesn't hit my stop loss, and then we do something like that, I would reduce my risk and then take my entry off of the candle, and I'd be able to put, 1/8% plus whatever I save on the risk being reduced from here. I could take that up. So that's how I'm going to play GJ. All right. Yeah, that's how I'm going to play GJ. So that's pretty much what I have on my radar. I'm going to look at gold because I know Victor wanted to look at gold. NU and AU, same thing. Like I'm just going to kind of let them do their thing. So let's see what you got on 4 hour. All right. So talk to me. Why do you want to sell from this 4 hour POI? What did this POI do? Give me your thoughts. What did she do? Let's what makes it a point of interest, I guess, is the question. Mike, we're all dying to know more about the moon phase. Yeah, you got it, bro. You got it. Absolutely. We can do moon phase 101, man. It's within a daily POI, and the daily is bearish trend. Okay. All right. So wait a minute. Let's see. Let's go to the daily. Let's see what you got, bro. Let's go to the daily. All right. Oh, wait, that's silver. Let me go to gold, I guess. All right. Oh, all right. So that's from I don't know if I talked about it last week. If you guys didn't back test all this gold in here, man, like we put a lot of work in. I back tested it. We ended up taking a ton of positions, man. When price is next to the extreme and starts giving signs of a schematic, do you let your limit activate or do you wait for the schematic? So it depends, Ruben. I would tell you the easiest answer is split it. In the case of GJ, right? I'll tell you right now, in the case of GJ, where it's a 17 pip stop loss, I would be more inclined if I catch it before my order activates to just wait for the schematic, because I would rather put my full risk on a 5 pip stop loss than split my risk between a 17 pip and a 5 pip. So that's because remember, at the end of the day, the schematic is going to give you the ultimate confirmation for entry. So if you guys remember last week or the week before in Ucat, where we were like, pretend this is a candle we were going to play off of Ucat, price came in and gave us schematic here, right? And then kind of did a UT and did something like that. So seeing this, I would have immediately canceled my order and waited for the confirmation, because we don't want price to just linger up here, right? And then ultimately price just did that and then hit my stop loss while I was sleeping. Okay. So, all right. So daily POI, you're saying what? This is the daily POI right here? Your thoughts on gold. All right, we'll look at gold too, bro. So, okay. But what did that do is the question. You're looking for a buy out of here. All right, so hold on. So you're calling what this the sling? It's not the slingshot. Yeah, it's not the slingshot. Because remember, right? This is what's maintaining bearishness right up here, right? This is the leg. This is our leg right here. Okay, that's our leg. Let's go, hold on, let's go 4 hour. Let's go intraday. So listen, I don't know who else is still in it. I know Kevin's probably sleeping because he worked all day, but I know Nate, are you on the call, bro? Are you still in this thing? Are you still in this buy? Because I want to say it was at a 1 to 65 at some point, bro. For everybody out that's still in this, man, congrats, man. This thing is just skyrocketing. All right, so you're talking about coming into this area here. So where did we break the low? This came after. All right. Okay. So I mean, it is a point of interest. It is. It is a point of interest. I just, you know, you're torn between two worlds right now, right? So let's look at it. The facts that we know on gold. Higher time frame, we're bullish, right? Higher time frame, we're bullish. Intraday, right? Intraday, we're bearish. Higher or lower time frame, we're bullish. Order flow is bullish, right? Order flow is bullish. So, I mean, I'm with you because I want to buy from here, right? I want to buy gold from here. I've got a limit order set. I'm waiting, just like these guys here that are sitting in this 1 to 68. They waited. I don't know how long we waited. What did we wait? We waited 22 days. 22 days is what they waited to get into this limit order off of this. I really don't want to short it unless I'm already in a buy position. Let's see. 80% of the 2 hour and open of the 15. Hold on. On NU. Yeah, but all right, I'll have to go back to NU. All right, let me see. So you're looking for the buy out of here. It was quite a significant move to break those lows and go lower. Yeah, but so just keep in mind this, right? This broke it right here, right? So this was the low. This was the low that broke, right? Where was that distro that I was looking at? Hold on. I've got it marked up on one of these. Give me a second. Let me take a look. Is this one the one I have marked up? Yeah. So I was looking at taking a sell way back when out of here. And then I do have this area here marked up that I was potentially, it was the 2 hour. That's what it was. Yeah. I was looking at this area here. But the problem is that we have since left it. This is what I was looking when we first broke to come back. Yeah, I mean, good luck with it. I mean, you could see, like I've got it. It maintains bearishness from there. This is a good supply area, but I'm just not. I'm not. I've got better setups to trade, me personally. So I'm not going to try to fight this. You know what I mean? Like here, hold on. We'll put it in perspective. Yeah, we'll put it into perspective. Let's look at it from this aspect. Would you look to buy from here after seeing this candle? You know, ideally that's the reverse what you want to do coming into this 3-day right here is you want to buy it unless you get some magnificent schematic in there. I mean, that's the only thing I would look at, but I mean, what's it doing on the 1 minute? Let me just see. Oh, you know what? Hold on. What were we looking at this morning? What? Oh, okay. The schematic. I got you. Okay. Yeah. So we were looking at this distribution here, and then you have now an accumulation here. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like for me, this is potentially going to turn into a reaccumulation, right? We've got trading range, right? You got your 1, 2, 3 drives. You've got a type 4 in here on the 1 minute. This causes the break of the trading range. Then you get 1, 2, 3 drives. Price exits the trading range. So potentially maybe even something like that. I don't know. Maybe something like that. I mean, this has the makings of, if it was an Asian session, I would say that this is going to pop up above here, but I really don't know what it's going to do right now. Yeah, and yeah, like I've spent way too much time just looking at this already, because this for the last 4 days, am I right? 4 days? The last 4 days we've just gone sideways, fighting between supply and demand. So I'm not in the habit of trying to guess that thing, you know. Gotta go. All right, yep, I'll see you in the morning, bro. I'll see you in the morning. Yeah. And then I think silver, we were looking at silver this morning too. I know like Thomas was. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. So you can see I've got a silver's kind of the same thing. Like we broke intraday. We have a distribution going on in here, but this is what's maintaining the intraday order flow. So yeah, I'm not trying to make too much sense out of this. Like I'm just gonna wait. You know, if we come down into this accumulation, then I'll kind of pay attention to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we tried selling EU and turned it to reaccumulation. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like React, in our case, that's what we did, right? We sold the distro, took some profits, and then we reacted to the reaccumulation. So, all right. So who was it that? Yeah, I mean, just keep in mind this. This is on gold. This is what's maintaining the leg, right? This is your slingshot. So if you get that, check. Yeah. If not, I'd be looking down here. So yeah, this is, you got it, bro. That looks pretty good. Yeah. What do you got? All right. So NU, we'll look at NU real quick, man. NU. Good cat. Yeah. Engine. Yeah. It is. Yeah. I told you it is. I told you I traded on Coinbase Pro. So yeah, I'll show you that crypto stuff. Yeah. All right. So you are looking. All right. So wait a minute. You're looking at this slingshot here. Yeah. I agree with you. You can see I got my alert right here as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm not setting a limit order on it because we could go higher into this, but I agree with you. Yeah, I see what you're definitely going with. And there is a distro in there. I mean, you can see the 3 drives, right? 1, 2, 3. This is your distro. So if NU does give a schematic in there, I would definitely, potentially partake in it, but it's got to give us a schematic in here, you know. But I'm more inclined for it to go higher. Like I want it to come up into, I mean, in a perfect world, I would really like it to come up into that daily, come into this candle right here, just because that's where I want AU to come. I want to sell AU out of here. So yeah. Um, and I mean, that's pretty much everything I'm looking at. Odd cat. I know we were looking at odd cat earlier. I think we're a ways from it though. Yeah, this is all old. I haven't really messed around with odd cat in a minute. We're definitely going bullish order flow on it. If I have an alert down here, look for buys from lower time frame. So if we get price to push back down into this schematic down here, I'd be looking for an entry to take it higher. But that's what I got on odd CAD. Yeah, I have nothing on GCAD. That's about it. I mean, UJ and UChef have broken structure. So I mean, I'm inclined to be looking for sells on them, but I need to look for sells from up here. I mean, we've broken intraday, and this thing has a long way to go. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't be surprised if UJ makes its way all the way down to here, like 104. So it's just a matter of, once it's broken this intraday, now we got to look for it. And it's a shame because it never gave us an entry. Like we were looking for sells on it up here. Yeah, we were looking for sells out of here, out of up here, and it just never gave it to us. Originally I was looking for sells here, and that's what we got, but it kind of just took off from there. Can you take a quick look at GA? I know you were bullish on pound. I was expecting a fail to fill imbalance on GA. A fall to fill the imbalance? Yeah. I mean, I want it to come down so I can buy it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking for buys out of here. I'm looking for buys out of here or out of here. Those are the two places I'm looking for buys out of. Yeah. I'm selling it to you. You're going to sell it? Oh, good luck with that. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. Are you going to sell right now on it? I mean, I don't see. You are? Yeah, I don't see an entry on it. I mean, good luck with it. Good luck with it. Yeah, I'm not going to try and counter trend it, and for me there was no, I mean, there was a schematic in here at the end of New York, but obviously that got taken out. So I'm letting it do its thing. Yeah, I have my journal told me last year to stop counter trend trading without a cause. So, you're just pay attention to this, right? Price is order flow is bullish. So, you're trying to buy essentially, or you're trying to sell into bullish order flow. Could it come down? Sure. But I mean, it could probably just come right here. I don't know what your risk to reward was, but I venture to say it definitely didn't meet my 1 to 10 minimum. So yeah, I mean, unless you saw something in here on the seconds time frame. But yeah, I don't see anything. Yeah, no. So, but that's like I said, this is what I'm looking at. I got nothing else on there. Crypto, I mean, I know I've been looking at some stuff on crypto. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this. Cardano. If you look at Cardano, man, ADA, we're in a distro. I'm just waiting on confirmation. So 4 hour, I think, so better. Yeah, look at the 4 hour on Cardano. So, we're in a distro, which is good because I want to buy for some lower levels. Yeah. Yeah, across the board. Yeah. I mean, we were down all day. All of this was down all day. So, yeah, we'll see. I did got into Anchor. I bought some in here off of this, and I'm waiting. I got some more orders sitting down in here that I want to buy from. I do like that. BTC, what's BTC doing? So yeah, I mean, this is where I want us to come down into is here. You know what I mean? If we can come into this, because this is what's maintaining the leg, right? This is what's maintaining this leg. So if we can come to like 44K, that'd be a nice place to be looking for some buys. 44. I just don't know if we can get down there. I mean, we could try. We can try. Thinking about taking some profits off the tail. Yeah. I've done. I've taken my profits off Cardano. I mean, I got into Cardano. Shoot, last year I got in. I got I got in when, what was it like? I want to say it was like March 2020 is when I got in. So somewhere down here. So like what, 3 cents, 4 cents is where I got into Cardano. And yeah, I mean, it needs a pullback. I'm happy to take a pullback from it. So I've taken some partials. Now I do have my alert up here just in case this one creates a UTAD, because I will, if we do this, if we create that, I will take some more partials. And then, obviously on the confirmation of this, then I'll kind of figure out what I want to do. Maybe close out some more orders on the confirmation of the distro, but also keep in mind, if we get that sign of reaccumulation, then game on, and I'll be buying some more out of here. So that's what I got on that. Engine, this is something I was looking at. So I took some buys out of here. I had orders all sitting in here off of these reaccumulation. So, I got in everywhere from like 210 all the way up to 240 is where I was buying. So I like it. It's a nice little Ethereum NFT. Do I trade crypto? So I'll tell you, like, I honestly haven't margin traded crypto all year. I was trading it pretty frequently last year, but my broker really ticked me off, not filling me on a BTC trade. So I know I've shown the BTC trade that that they didn't fill me, and my broker's KOT Forex on crypto side, and they did not fill my damn order. So I was really pissed because my order was sitting, where is it? My order was sitting, where was my order? There's my order. My order was sitting right here. Here's my order. I was looking to play off of this schematic, and I was right in here off this reaccumulation. They didn't fill me. So I was in at, actually my buy limit was at 23. So it is what it is. I think BTC will do something similar to this. Let's see. Let's see. So on Ethereum. Yeah, no, I do like, I have been looking at it. What did I do? I think I deleted all my markups on it though. Let's just see. I do like Ethereum. Like, I'm holding a lot of it. Dude, I'm still holding here. I'm still holding Ethereum from, here's my last buy on Ethereum. Like, where I took some orders was right here. Not margin traded, but where I on an exchange, I took it right here. I got in right here. So I got in at my price point was 558 is where I got into a lot of Ethereum, and I've just been holding since there off this reaccumulation. So let's see. Yeah, BTC. Yeah. I see that too. That's where I want it to come into. I want it to come down into here. So I probably won't buy any more coins on it, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays. I do like this distro that's happening right here on Ethereum. See if this pops in, turns into a reaccumulation. Yeah, this distro here. So but yeah, I mean, that's what I was looking at, XRP, I'm still holding, I'm still holding. We got a little distro going on in here, but this is just short term, I mean, I'm in from 32 cents. So this thing can give me a pullback because I want to buy it some more. I'm also in this. I'm waiting on, what am I waiting on this for? I'm waiting. Let me see. I guess I was looking at this. Nothing yet's confirmed because we're just bearish order flow. Yeah, I'm waiting. So what you got, bro? Oh yeah, I already saw this one. Yeah. So I mean, crypto, I'm starting to get a little more on the exchanges just to diversify my whatchamacallit, my portfolio. I'm kind of just trying to go with it. So that, yeah, we'll take a look at that, bro. Hold on. Let's see. Well, hold on. What's it? Oh, this is a nice move. Wow. This is a nice move. Let's just see what it's doing. Yeah, but look at this. It's yeah, you may see a drop on it. You may see a drop. We got the start of a distro. I'm just gonna throw this in here so we have, right, you got your climax to your AR, you got a secondary test. I'd venture to say that you got another secondary test. This may come down, maybe a up, and down it comes. So we'll see. I'd be watching for the reaccumulation though. But yeah. There is. I would have to say that a lot of people are taking profits because I know I took a crap ton of profits. Really, you made 4 times already on vet? That's awesome, man. You didn't get it when it was accumulating at 3 cents? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. This is. I'm starting to pay attention more, to some crypto stuff. Yeah. I mean, my big win for the year was definitely though XRP. XRP on the higher time frame. I mean, this thing was just magnificent right here. So yeah, I mean, I got in here and I got in here. So this was just super clean. Yeah, big win on XRP, bro. Absolutely. Yeah. Listen, at least you can say that when, if this does come back down into like this area here, like the 60 cents, at least you can say that when it comes down to 60 cents that you got out at 44 cents. You don't need to tell them that you got out of 44 cents before it went to $2. You just tell them when it gets down to 60 cents, yeah, I got out at 44, and it's none the wiser. You're good, man. You're good. It's all good, bro. So um that found that too. You know someone that found this too clean? No, bro. No. Shush your mouth, bro. No. Oh, you sold your BTC at 14K? No, bro. No, I got in at 3600. 3600 is where I got BTC, and I'm still holding I'm still holding a couple coins on it. So um yeah. Yeah, no, this was absolute. Oh, okay. Well, good. There you go, bro. There you go. So, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I got for tonight. It's a pretty easy night, pretty quiet. You know, I've got, like I said, I'm going to set my order limits before I go to bed on what I want to take, and from there, it's just a matter of just being patient. Being patient because the mood phase was with you, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah. Um, yeah. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, we'll do moon phases next week. We'll do moon phases next week. Maybe we can incorporate something that'll align us with how that is going to play out. Who knows? We'll see how it works. All right. So awesome, guys. Listen, I'll catch everybody in the morning. And we just again be patient. All right, be patient. You don't. At least I'll tell you right now. For me, I don't need to catch a trade every day. Um, you know the- my journal tells me that 1 or 2 trades a week is perfectly enough, even on a prop trading firm like FTMO or Funding Talent or all these other ones. 1 or 2 trades a week is really all I need because I'm catching. I wait and just sit there and you know bombs away. So absolutely, man. Enjoy the night. Take care. I'll catch everybody later, man.